We are analyzing again MicroCloud HOLOGRAM, incredible upside potential that we've watched over the last couple of weeks, but right now it's going down. What's happening, Enrique?
Let's see what's going on. First of all, remember to read the disclaimer right here and also in the description below. Minus 10% more or less right now. Let us know how did it go after we uploaded this video when you're watching this. And did you expect this movement to the downside? I'm very interested in reading your answers right there. As usual, at the end of this video, we will read the comments from the previous one. And in the next one, we will read the ones that you leave us here below. So very interesting. First of all, this movement right here, very interesting area, minus 20% around that number, and this was kind of an accumulation period of that movement. Then we had the upside, very interesting. This upside was completely insane. We talked about in previous videos 150% to the upside, more or less. A lot of you were commenting that this something similar could happen, and it did. And from there, we had the first correction, minus 40 something percent. From there, another bounce to the upside, very bullish, plus 100% around that number. And right now, this current correction that we're talking about, around minus 40%. So, very interesting. My key question for you guys for this video is, do you think the price from this level will continue going lower, making a breakout to the lower part? Or do you think we will see higher levels again and this level will be strong enough? What we can see right now, this level is being broken. Will it be a false breakout or a real one? Let us know in the comments below. Do you see this as an opportunity or as a moment to exit? Leave the comments below. Welcome to Trading HT. Let's go HOLO stock.
Wow, critical moment right now, because obviously if we lose this level right here and it starts to go below 0.50, we could be talking about the stock going back to 0.27, and that's a huge number. Imagine that you bought the stock right here at 0.61. Let's imagine that, and it goes back to 0.27. We're talking about like a minus 54%. So that's incredible risk that we have right here. Obviously, it's normal, we have a market cap right here of $41 million, so it's normal that, that this can be created with a huge volatility during the process. But obviously, you need to take into consideration the upside potential and the downside potential as well, because imagine the worst case scenario, and maybe it's not worth the risk, right now, at this particular level, after two upsides, normally in these particular stocks, we're going to study actually the financial statement of this stock, and we're going to show you exactly what's happening inside the company. Maybe it's not the best moment to do this right now.
Yeah, what do you think, guys? Let us know in the comments below. Opportunity or not, leave the comments right there. And from the price action perspective, also I wanted to mention, like, this white line right here, this support, it could be drawn in a different level, because it isn't very clear. So maybe we see some breakouts around this level, but it depends how do you draw it. You will have like a longer area to be broken or not. So leave in the comments below, what do you think about technical analysis, and particularly this support area? Do you think it is here? Or maybe we could talk about, yeah, exactly, I was going to draw that horizontal line right there. Maybe a different one right here, we could talk about it also, because in the past this acted as a resistance and a support level. But of course, technical analysis is something, it's kind of an art. It's not perfect. It can help you to guide and to play your stop losses or you take profits. It all depends on your trading strategy. What do you think about it? We like to use it, and that's why we share it with you. So leave the comments below about it, and let's go with the financials, because that's very, very interesting. We have right here, let me talk about it a little bit, the revenue to profit conversion. Are you there, Alvaro?
I'm there, and I'm gonna explain you exactly what it means, because we have different section. For me, it's very clear, but obviously, maybe some part of the audience is like, okay, I don't understand anything of this. Okay,
Yeah,
so
when I first saw it, you were talking about it, and I first saw it, and I was like, "What is this?" So let's explain that a little bit.
yeah, the revenue is like the cash generated, because of the sales they made over time. In this case, we're talking about 2023. And then on the right, we have the cost of goods sold. That means the necessary cost they used to generate the products on services in order to sell them. Normally it's like, for instance, you build cars. Obviously, the cost that is generated because of this. Like the facilities and so on.
Yeah,
And
in
then
this
we
case, yeah, in this case, it would be like for their products, their
Exactly, the
holographic.
holographic panels in this case is that
Yeah,
that's the cost of goods sold. And then we have the gross profit. The gross profit is like the cash generated due to the sales. But right here is like you can clearly see
yeah, yeah, the gross profit. You can see that very clear right there. Is like the revenue minus the cost of goods sold. It's like the difference. You can see very
exactly.
visually right there.
And then we have this is when things get ugly in this particular stocks. It's like the operating expenses. The people that are working there, that are actually making things happen, and so on, and other costs. And the problem right here is like we have a minus 21 million back in 2023, and that created an operating income that is negative. And this is very dangerous. And actually, you can clearly see right here the net income is minus 11 million. But the problem right it relies here, because imagine that they have a revenue 200% more. If they have the same cost of goods sold, the problem will be multiplied by 3, and that's a very dangerous situation. They need to reduce the cost of goods sold or the operating expenses in order to make profits. If they don't do that, and if they escalate and they don't reduce these costs, the problem remains the same. Even it could be worse, and that's the problem we have with MicroCloud hologram at this point.
Yeah, it's something interesting to talk about. Let us know in the comments your opinion about it. If you have different information, of course, share it with us. We are just stating our opinion right here, and this could be, the situation of the company based on the information that we can see right there. We will have to take a look more closely to see what products do they offer, what services, etc., and see how could they reduce that number, the COGS number. So, guys, let us know below. Do you think like this is the problem that this company has, and how could they solve it, or how do you think they will do it? Or if you have information about this, we are very happy to read always all your information. And this chart right here, we will take a look at it from different stocks also, because this gives a lot of information and it's very, very insightful in my opinion.
Yeah, they remember, guys. They operate only in China. That's important, to know, because maybe in China it's there is a lack of information in that country. So maybe you don't have exactly how the hologram industry is doing in China because of that. Remember, guys, the Chinese government sometimes is like kind of obscure in that sense. But let's go back to the technical analysis, Enrique, and let's go to the 5-minute chart, exactly analyzing what's happening right now. And maybe we could see different scenarios at this point.
Exactly, let's go for it. Before we read all your comments from the previous video, we had very interesting data right there, so keep watching this. Right here, wow, technical analysis in the 5-minute time frame with this type of stocks. I like to see that because you see volatility also in some stocks. When you go to the 5-minute chart, you don't see anything, but right here we're talking about 5-minute candles of, let's see the percentage of this red candle we can see right here, of minus 10%,
Ooh.
in 5 minutes. So that's completely insane. The volatility is huge. So and also we can see right here this movement to the upside, this spike more than 20%. So guys, what do you think
Wow.
about this volatility? Not everyone is prepared for this, but wow, you can learn a lot just by trading the 5-minute chart. Just by looking at it, analyzing or backtesting this, you have a lot of information. So from here, what can we see from the technical side? First of all, I can see, well, this breakout that happened from this support area in the longer time frame, and we can see the perfect retest right there, very, very clear. From there, we had the breakout of this lower side right there, and this started to create kind of a triangle pattern. In my opinion, this was a very clear pattern, and they accumulated until the end of it, and you can see that they completely broke it to the upside. The direction was completed, but it reached like the highest part that we had. We could talk about the resistance area right there, and from there, yeah, perfect right there.
Look at
The
that
retest,
retest.
yeah, I didn't see that, but that was almost perfect also. And then we have this kind of parallel channel we could be talking about right here, or another type of pattern, or a flag pattern, I think they are called. This one was very going to the lower side with another breakout, very volatile also. The thing is, like, the breakouts, you don't even have time to act. It's like you have to act before they happen, and from there, another movement to the downside, another retest, and right now,
So
what can we
perfect.
see right here? Maybe a head and shoulder patterns right there, another kind of triangle pattern that will broke it to the downside, another parallel right here. How do you see that, guys? That's my question for you in this latest time frame. Do you think this will go up or down, and why?
Yeah, at this point I would say that we have support level at 0.50 right there, and they are trying to hold the area, but the downturn is pretty huge at this point, so maybe they could break it. But obviously we cannot tell you the future, guys. It's like we cannot predict the market. If someone is telling you what's gonna happen, they're lying, because it's very difficult. This especially in these stocks, because we have and actually let's talk about it, because right now if you go to financials, you can see that we have a free flow shares of 94%. So 94% that it is not held by relevant people of the company. So that can create a huge volatility, and that's one of the reasons that we sold that minus 10% in just 5 minutes, because we have a lot of uncontrolled shares by many people.
Yeah, and the market cap isn't that big, so movements of price could be huge with lesser amounts of capital compared to other stocks with higher market cap. So we have to take everything into account in order to be prepared to trade this type of stocks. As usual, trading psychology we think is key. And we add technical analysis. You can add the strategies that you have, of course. In trading, there are a lot of ways for the profit, we could say. So share with us which ones do you have. And let's go with the comments from the previous video. I'm going to paste the first ones right here.
Okay, let's go and let's see the latest comments, because we have a lot of interesting thoughts by our audience. So right here we have Eddie Cortez. Sorry for the caps. I'm excited. Thank you for the great videos, and thank you very much. We really appreciate your feedback.
Thank you very much, Eddie Cortez. Then we have another one from him. What's up, my brothers? Yeah, let's go. I have to start by saying, as you remember, I called it Holo getting to 47 cents. Then, my friends, I called it on your last video, Holo at 70 cents. And I got that. Now, my crystal ball says Monday to be around 0.70. They may be closing at 83 cents or more. Okay, so what happened on Monday? We are recording this video today. The price is around 51 cents. So your crystal ball didn't guess this time. It did in the past. So how do you see the price right now? I'm going to see the rest of the comment because I have it right here and it says red more. Okay, it just says hello. So okay, so how do you think it will go right now? Now that you have this extra information from the price action, and thank you very much for those comments and all the information that you shared right there. Let's go with the next ones.
Let's paste it right here, Enrique. I didn't
Right.
see the other
Yeah.
one, but anyway, we just read it, so that's okay.
Ah, okay, okay.
Okay,
I'm in
it
the daily
disappeared
time frame.
again.
Yeah, I'm in the daily time frame just in case, so you can see.
I know, I don't see it, but just paste it right here and don't touch it. I'm gonna read it anyway.
All right.
Okay, right now, still don't see it. Then anyway, oh, you can just read it. Okay, I
Okay.
hear.
Yeah.
Daryl Valentine, it's all about algorithms. He's writing up notes due 2025, not now. Okay, that's interesting information about the notes. Because when they are released, normally that can create a lot of volatility right there.
Yeah, exactly. And also the algorithms, I think like you mean the price action maybe or the movements in the market, and that's an interesting topic also with these lower market cap stocks. Uh, if someone or a company or a firm has like an algorithm trading it with millions of dollars, they could create some type of patterns, in the charts, and obviously they could move the market. We are not saying this is happening right here, but a market cap of 40 million for us it would be a lot, of course, but for some companies or individuals or investors, isn't that much.
Yeah, I would say, for algorithmic trading, normally they use stocks with a huge market cap, with a lot of with lower spreads. At this point, this stock has a high spread. It's difficult to do intraday trading. It's difficult even for swing traders sometimes. It's not the perfect stock to do that, but it can happen if they use small quantities.
Okay, so thank you for the information right there, Darrell. Let's go with the next one. We have it right here from Bram Gop. MicroCloud HOLOGRAM Inc., a technology company incorporated in the Cayman Islands. Okay, that's information we didn't have it. Has announced the issuance of $28 million in convertible note due to 2025. Again, the thing with the notes, along with the prospect of common shares, following approval by the legal counsel of the company's compliance with relevant laws and the company's good standing. Okay, so yeah, we didn't have that information about the notes in 2025. So we will take a look at it for the next video to talk about it. But of course, very interesting information. Thank you very much for sharing it.
Yeah, thank you very much. I saw in other companies that they did a similar strategy. Normally, that create a lot of volatility in the stock, like the one we're watching right now. But then they started to go down. So pay attention to the downside potential of this particular stock, because it can create a lot of volatility. I remember Alt Alliance. I remember other stocks. They use similar strategies. Like they trying to get debt, and then investors in common shares, they got completely wrecked.
Yeah, so let's see how it goes if it finally happens. And thank you for that information again. Let's read. We have it right here. These are three comments, like the answers. Again, Ram Wolf, we have. Follow the simplest way to detect fraud when a stock rises strongly and during the strong rise. Surprisingly, a bad message comes out from the company that drops the stock strongly. Like stock dilution. We saw it in Holo, Mullen, AMC, GME, and the list is long. Unfortunately, that's how it goes Wall Street, and there is no one to stop the severe damage to the innocent investors. Okay, so this is a kind of a topic that a lot of people talk about the situation with these types of companies, kind of market manipulation and all of that. We of course we don't know what's the reality behind all of that, but that's an interesting topic that we could also debate in the comments. So thank you for sharing it. We'll see the answer of Adam Audio. I think this might happen on Maxion next week. Rising pattern, but earnings will be bad. Stock will crash. Okay, so we have videos about Maxion, so you can check them, and maybe we'll make another one very very soon. And right here, very informative comment also relating different stocks. But as we mentioned, when you diversify and analyze different stocks, you learn even faster, and you have more opportunities also. And then we
Actually,
have yeah.
yeah, I think it's very interesting what they are saying. I couldn't agree more with this because what happens is like they start to sell short the stock, and they can create a lot of volatility, a lot of pressure to investors. And yeah, it's something that I heard. I know that this it exists the naked short selling, and they do it. I don't know if they do it with this one, but there are a lot of dangers, especially in stocks like this that have negative numbers. They receive a lot of bearish pressure. It happens all the time, and yeah, there are some people winning during the process and making a lot of painful situations to investors. So it's true, it happens.
Yeah, I think it's a very interesting topic to talk about, and in this type of stocks, a lot of people talk about it, because you can clearly see like it will affect more. So then we have the next answer of Ramgo. All stocks are sinking. The criminals always win. We are all at huge loss that will never come back. We are living in a movie to make quick money in these stocks. It will remain a dream, unfortunately. Wow. So dramatic
Wow.
comment right there, also with a lot of reality in some cases. And you are very sincere. We really appreciate all that sincerity here at Trading is the honest traders.
Honest
So
trader. So that's a true honest trader. He's telling the truth, or she's telling the truth. I don't know if it's a man or woman. Normally it's like a man because we have like 94% of traders that are men. But in any case, thank you for the comments, Rango, and your reply, Adam. I think it's very interesting to know the reality of investors that are in this stock.
yeah, exactly. Because sometimes you see these movements of 100%, even 6,000% sometimes. But if you take a look, well, with 6,000%, sorry, it's different. But when you see 200, 300%, but you take a look at the longer perspective, and you see like that minus 99% that just changed to minus 95%. Okay, if you bought a week earlier from that movement, you got nice profits. But if you were buying from years ago, the losses are huge and are not recovered by that spike. So we understand all the positions. Of course, in trading, it depends on all where you enter and where you exit, if you enter into profits or losses. But we really appreciate the sincerity, that honest comments right there, and we hope that it goes well for you and that you learn a lot. If you were trading this stock and you lost, we don't know the real situation about it, but we hope the best and we wish the best for you and of course for all of our subscribers, Trading HT. And we have the last comment right here, and this is related to our community. We have it right here from Leroy. Hey Enrique, what is your partner's name? I don't think I ever heard his name on here. So what is your name, Alvaro?
I'm Alvaro.
Okay, so we really appreciate all your comments, guys. Enrique and Alvaro from Trading HT. Subscribe, hit that like button, leave your comments below, and the next video we will comment about them.
And you
Honest
should
trader.
you should
Yeah,
know we don't trade these stocks. We don't want to influence with our opinions in that sense, because they kind of they can be rigged in that sense. It's like when you are trading the stock, you are willing to see the stock going up. So it's better just for
yeah.
us not to trade these stocks, because we gotta be as honest as possible to give a true opinion about what's happening, or true opinions.
Exactly. You can give, of course, your honest opinion when you are trading a stock, either way up or down. But you are like more biased, and we like to stay in the trenches at least for these ones. And we like to share them with you, all the information that we have, all the news, the technical analysis that we can see in the charts, and of course, reading your comments and learning with you, creating this community, this beautiful community, Trading HT. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. More than 1,700 subscribers. Thanks a lot. We really appreciate it. Have a nice week. check our other videos if you have more time, and thank you very much.
Bye bye.